At the time of making this video, I'm 45. In 2020, I made the bold decision to completely reinvent myself. I've spent the last 5 years transitioning from a misaligned, exhausting career to being a purpose-led business owner, a healer, a coach, and a content creator. It was not easy, and looking back, I wish I'd have done some things differently to speed up my results. To help you make your own journey 10 times easier, here are 40 brutal truths about starting your own spiritual business. Lesson number 1. Get ready to look at all of your shit. If you want to do shadow work, set up a business. It will show you all of your shadows, your wounds, your triggers, your limiting beliefs. But this is not a bad thing. This is actually a sacred opportunity for you to heal and then for you to transform that healing into medicine. Lesson number 2, it's okay to feel unclear about exactly what it is that you're going to be doing. I started this process thinking I was going to be a crystal healing therapist, and then an Akashic Records reader, and then maybe even a shamanic energy medicine practitioner. And it wasn't until I explored all of these different options that I realized I wanted to create a larger container and become a coach and bring all of those insights and experiences into the mix. So do not wait until you are totally clear on your offer to start, because if you do, you'll never get things going. Clarity actually emerges through action. Lesson number 3, you can't give what you don't have. Spiritual hygiene and energy management are so important when you're starting something new and throughout the whole process. If you are putting a lot of energy into a new business, you are going to need to maintain your own well-being. So lean into whatever practices give you that stability and that energetic clarity, whether it's meditation, journaling, being in nature, or whatever. Prioritize this to make sure it's sustainable. Lesson number 4, treat your business like it has a soul. Your business isn't just some inert thing that's separate from you or separate from source. It has its own energetic imprint. It has its own ways of being. And when you start to communicate with it and love it from that space, everything starts to flow much more easily. You build a relationship with your business and it starts to grow in a way that is magical. Lesson number 5, recognize the upper limit problem. It's often the case that when we're about to make a big breakthrough, something goes wrong. You get sick, you get injured, you fall out with somebody. When this happens, don't take it as a sign that you're supposed to give up. Take it as a sign that you are actually on a growth edge, and now is your opportunity to move through the challenge and learn something about yourself that gives you the confidence to keep moving forward. Lesson number 6, heal your money wounds. This could be a whole video in itself, but so many of us as spiritually aligned or soul-led business owners find our relationship with money problematic. We might think it's evil, rich people are bad, it's greedy to want money, and so we find it hard to charge for our services. But this is something that you get to transform as you develop your business. So take some time to look at the things that you believe about money and work on that as you develop yourself, and you'll find yourself in a more flowing relationship, easier able to offer and receive abundance from clients and from your community. Lesson number 7, you cannot start from a place of total burnout. I actually spent a good couple of years in what I would call monk mode, because I was so burned out from my previous career that I didn't at that time have the energy to pursue what I knew deep down was my soul's calling. So if you're in this position of burnout, take some time to look after yourself, recharge, refuel, and allow yourself to get to that place where you do actually have the resources and the capacity to start something new. Lesson number 8, don't throw caution to the wind. If it feels too stressful or financially impossible to completely quit your job and start your own business, that is okay. I got myself into a position where I had enough freelance work to support myself, quit my job, and start something new. Don't put yourself under too much financial pressure too soon. This is a long game, and it's okay to start a business while you still have something that's tiding you over, allowing you to feel safe and secure as you grow. Lesson number 9, trust the universe. Although I created a safety net for myself, I was stepping into a higher degree of uncertainty than I had when I was fully employed. By that time, I had really cultivated the belief and the knowing deep within me that no matter what happens, the universe has always got my back. Think back to those times when things just worked out in ways that you couldn't even have predicted. Recognizing that will strengthen your trust in the universe and allow you to lean into that, knowing that things are always actually conspiring in your favor. Lesson number 10, get comfortable with shining your light. You becoming successful does not detract from anybody else. In fact, it is something that will be inspiring. If it triggers people, great. You have illuminated something within them that they needed to heal. So if you find yourself playing small and deep down you know it's because you don't want to take anything away from others, take a moment to reframe, reset, and move through this limiting belief. Lesson number 11, don't hate the technical stuff. I know how infuriating it can be when your flow and that spiritual connection, that divine expression gets interrupted by something technical, but don't let this stop you. Every time you overcome one of these small technical challenges, you're building resilience, you're building resourcefulness, and that is so essential for you as a new business owner. Lesson number 12, let things be easy. We are so conditioned to believe that the only way to succeed is to work ultra hard, but this is not true. Setting up your own business is a sacred opportunity to become the master of your own time, your own energy, and your own life. So let go of the belief that struggle is the only way to success. Lesson 13, you are irreplaceable. You may be worried that there are already too many people doing something similar to what you want to do. However, your clients, your community are going to be drawn to your unique energy, not just the facts and information that you share. So be yourself, be authentic, and let people come because they love you. Lesson number 14, trust your intuition. You already have so much knowledge and wisdom within you. So let that come through. Trust that part of yourself. Don't stay in your head over-analyzing things all the time because it's just going to block your flow and it's going to make it so much harder to get things done. Lesson 15, teach what you are learning. Don't go out all maverick and start offering services around something you don't know anything about. But at the same time, don't feel like you have to be the world's greatest expert at something to share it. If you feel like you really need to gain some more credibility, then set yourself a challenge, overcome it, and just document the process and share it with your community. Lesson 16, trust you'll know when it's the right time to quit. I was unhappy in my previous career for a very long time before I actually took that step to hand in my resignation. And this is okay. That unhappiness can actually be a gift. It's showing you that there's something better for you out there. So allow it to be fuel for the next chapter of your life rather than letting it completely drain you. Lesson 17, negativity and criticism are part of the process. One of the downsides to showing up on social media and expressing yourself is that you will receive negative comments. Nobody is exempt from this. No matter how amazing you are, no matter how brilliant your message is, you will receive criticism. Focus your attention on those who love your content, who want to work with you, who are supporting you. Because remember, where attention goes, energy flows. Lesson 18, get excited about finding and sharing your voice. I know it can be very hard to start expressing yourself online if this isn't something you're used to, but it's an essential part of your business because people are going to want to connect with you. The only way out of this is through. You're going to have to make content and post it online for people to know who you are and to start enjoying the things that you have to say. So go for it, and just remember that practice does really make perfect. Lesson 19, look after your body. Your body is actually part of your business. Drink water, get exercise, eat delicious food, and remember, sleep is so important. I know these are basic things, but they're essential for you to sustain your business over time. Lesson 20, celebrate wins every day. The more you celebrate the little things that go well, the more you're going to start to see yourself as a winner. You're going to gather a lot of momentum and a surplus of energy that's going to carry you forward when things seem tough. Lesson 21, don't get obsessed. When you start your own business, you're going to get really into it. It's going to be so compelling, and it's going to be difficult to put down the laptop at the end of the day. But you really want to make sure you have other things in your life that you love and that you care about to balance your energy, to keep you interested, to keep you engaged with the world. And then when you do come back to working on your business, you're going to be in so much of a better position to make it run smoothly. Lesson 22, seek mastery, not perfection. Perfectionism is a form of sabotage. I know this, I'm an uptight Virgo, I love things to be done to a very high standard. But mastery has a different energy. It's like an uplifting spiral towards progress and towards success. So focus on progress, not perfection. Every piece of content, every little thing that you master in your business is a step towards greatness. Celebrate that and let the perfectionism go. Lesson 23, find your people. This can be a lonely journey, and it's so much easier if you can connect with other like-minded people who are going through something similar. I used to find it so hard to accept support or believe that people would be happy when I succeeded. But when I started to move through this and connect with other people who would be happy for me when things went well, everything changed. So surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up and accept their support when they offer it. Lesson 24, practice your craft. I spent hundreds, actually probably thousands of hours practicing all of the things that I needed to learn in order to move from one career to a completely different career. I trained as a crystal healing therapist. I learned how to read the Akashic records. I took multiple courses about that. I took a course in shamanic energy medicine. I took a course in bioenergy healing. I gave myself so many tools and skills over the years so that I felt confident and ready to start something new. This is not about proving yourself with a piece of paper or a certificate. This is about learning and growing and deepening your ability to help people in a way that feels right for you. Lesson 25, you can't please everyone. People close to you may dislike or disapprove of what you're doing, especially if it's very different from the things they know you for in the past. I know this can be heartbreaking, but you cannot let it stop you. As you move into your purpose, trust that more and more like-minded souls will connect with you. Focus on why you're doing this and trust that supporters will arrive as those who aren't aligned anymore fade away. Lesson 26, focus on one thing at a time. I got quite burned out when I was trying to grow on YouTube and Instagram at the same time, but I realized that if I just put all my energy and attention into one platform, then I would get much further much more quickly. So pick one platform, focus on that, and then later on you can expand and grow to other channels as you feel is right for you. Lesson 27, accept that you're going to be bad before you get good. I know this is another difficult one for all my perfectionists out there, but unfortunately when you do new things, it's quite likely that you're going to suck at them for a while. Like your first 10, 20, maybe 30 videos aren't going to be that good, and that is okay. Remember, action beats perfection, and you're only going to improve if you show up and put in the reps. Lesson 28, be consistent. You have to dedicate time every day to building something new if you want it to have any momentum and progress. It doesn't have to be loads and loads of time every day, but it's that consistency that's really important, because it's going to build up trust in yourself, it's going to build up momentum, and it's going to allow you to make little bits of progress often so that you can take things to the next level. Don't wait until you feel like doing something to do it. Show up even when you don't want to, and that will make all of the difference. Lesson 29, invest in support. It is very difficult to do this completely by yourself. I invested a lot of time and money into one-to-one coaching, group coaching, high-ticket coaching courses, an Instagram makeover, and all of these, apart from one thing, were incredible investments. And the one that didn't work out, it just didn't work because I wasn't ready at the time to fully commit. If you can't afford an expensive course at the moment, that's okay. There's so many free resources on the internet, so look out for the things that can support you as best you can while you build up. Lesson 30, embrace failure. You are going to learn so much from every flop, every false start, every setback. And rather than seeing these moments as evidence that you should stop, see them as data that's actually showing you instead where you are meant to go. Lesson 31, ask for feedback and testimonials. I know it can feel vulnerable to ask sometimes, but this is a really powerful way of building trust, not only with your audience, but trust in yourself. Because when you read back over positive testimonials, it's going to give you a lot of confidence in your ability to transform people's lives. Lesson 32, celebrate your audience and your customers. Every sale, every booking, every comment is cause for celebration. When you're in an energy of gratitude for everyone who supports you financially, energetically, or in some other way, then that support will be amplified. Lesson 33, comparison is a thief. There will always be somebody who is further on from you, and there will always be somebody who's where you were 5 years ago. If you find yourself feeling envious or comparing yourself, ask yourself, what is it about that person that you wish that you could accomplish? And then focus on bettering yourself to get where they are. Lesson 34, courage is a muscle. Sometimes you're gonna have to do things that actually make you feel sick with nerves, and that is okay. Every time you challenge yourself with compassion, you are building up the belief that you can do things that you never even thought were possible. Lesson 35, simplicity is gold. Nothing ever got better by being more complicated. Every time you do something, ask yourself, is there a simpler way to do this? And if there is, do it. Lesson 36, honor energetic cycles. Even though I advocate for showing up sometimes when you don't feel like this does not mean ignoring your body's natural rhythms and even the natural rhythms of the planets and the seasons. Tune into what feels right rhythmically for you in your body and in your business, and things are going to start to flow much more easily. Lesson 37, create sacred boundaries. As spiritual entrepreneurs, we often want to help everyone all the time, but boundaries are so important. When you manage your energy, your time, and your offerings, it's not being selfish, it's actually just creating something that is going to be way more sustainable over time. Write down your non-negotiables in terms of working hours, client interactions, and personal space, and then communicate that firmly but lovingly with your community, and you'll find that people actually respect you much more. Lesson 38, have high engagement but low attachment. The spiritual path teaches us that attachment is suffering, and in business this means not always clinging to results but rather focusing on the process. When you can let go of the outcomes, you're going to start to find that things flow so much more easily anyway. Lesson 39, infuse all your offers with intention. Sit quietly, connect with your heart, and ask yourself, how may what I am creating serve the highest good of all? And that energetic blueprint is going to propel all the things you do forward in a way that feels so good. Lesson number 40, take time to retreat. Now, this doesn't have to mean going off to Bali for a month to meditate. You know, this is about taking periods of time to really celebrate, reflect, go deep into looking at what you've achieved and how incredible the journey has been. I hope that's helped you. Let me know in the comments which lessons resonated. Is there anything else that you would add? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.